Right then. Let's see what we can do. Oh yeah, now that I'm actually streaming, first of all, have we got sound? We do. And have we got, does our new command work? Hey, it does. Cool. I like it. That's very handy. It's very handy. Okay. All right, so what the hell was I doing is the question. Let's look at our project. And we're doing project details that. Isn't that done already? Project details 3 dot menu. We've done. Post read only layout. That's been done. Save project heart icon works. Now, I'm pretty sure that that does. Let's just see. What have we got that we need to have running? We need a... Need to rearrange some windows is what we need to do. That's just not what I was going for at all. Damn it. God damn it. No. You go... I don't know. You go there. You stay here. You go down a bit. One of these days, I'm going to get a set of hotkeys for controlling all of these splits. And it's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. It's going to be glorious. All right. So we need to go into bucket UI. And we need to start in another window. That can go away. That can go over there. This one can be our emulator. I hear a ding. I hear multiple dings. Okay. Oh, hey, Woodstone. Okay. Something like that. Howdy. How'd your day go? Ads floating through in a little bit. Now, I'm pretty sure, let's get the app running. Flutter run, blah, blah, blah. A new version of Flutter is available. Yeah, I'm probably quite behind, to be honest with you. Probably a little bit behind. Trouble is, every time I upgrade, everything breaks. So. That's the trouble. Enjoy your co-working. I need to come up with a better sound cue. Maybe the sound of my keyboard. Okay, so if I go to projects and I unsave. Oh, that's right. There was an issue with because we're reusing the saved project load, it's quite tricky to resave a project because they disappear. But it is actually working. It's just that when you unsave them all, they're gone. So the next thing is to make that work more sensibly. And I think I'm picking away at this game jam and it's feeling pretty natural. Nice. I like it. So are you doing the whole game design document thing? So I need... Yep. Yep. We got Kaka in here. I mean, they're all fake projects, but, well, they're based on real organizations. We stole a whole bunch of images from real organizations just to do the mock data. So, yeah. Project view. Project view? Yeah. Right. So we're reusing get saved to everything, and that's the problem. Right. And there was an issue with design document and made me realize it's doable. So putting that into action has been too easy. Nice. And then temp projects, we were just using, right. Right, so what is the actual definition of get suggested now? It's returning get saved. Okay, so did I go the route of loading a bunch of, What we might do is just mock get suggested with get projects. And what we might do is filter them by whether or not they're saved just for now. So, in other words, return all the ones that aren't saved. And that'll allow us to at least replenish our list of saved projects. Okay, so how do I just return projects and how do I filter them? So when we go to get saved, it returns state value data where x saved. So let's just reverse that. Ah, genius. Genius. Good old not saved. Okay. Let's try reloading that. Ah, okay. So now, but of course we've only got 3 of them, and so you end up with this big mark. Oh no. Is it just that I didn't? Is it just that I did? I've got too many of them now. I need a total of 6. To list. And how do you get the first N of a list in Flutter is the question. I want to say it's slice. I'm hoping it's this. It might be length, so let's just look at the definition if it's going to give it to us. Nice. A fixed length view of a range of this list. The view is backed by this list, which must not change its length while the view is being used. Okay. The risk here is if it doesn't contain at least 6 values, it'll probably error, but let's just try that. Okay, now we've leveled out a little bit. Okay, cool. So that means, how can I, I need to go, I need the length of it. So oh no, we're not in Rust. Var, final, suggested equals this thing. And then we want to know what the max var max equals 6 if there's probably a ternary for that, right? So it's going to be suggested length is less than 6. Suggested length question 6. Yeah, something like that. And then return suggested slice 0 max. Can't be, receiver can be null. Oh, really? All right. Hang on, what's going on here? Conditions must have a static type of bool. Try changing the condition. Suggested length is less than 6. Why does that not evaluate to a bool? What? What? Can you not do this in oh, you dick. Wow. Property length can't be unconditionally accessed. Because the receiver can be null. The null aware operator is unnecessary. The receiver can't be null. What, this one? Okay. So what are the risks here? Suggested could be nothing, which seems bad. Let's just do a reload on that one. Okay, we're okay. Let's switch out these to get suggested. Okay, that brings us back some content, and then we should see, if we heart this one, we should see the saved reappear. And we don't. Okay, that doesn't work. Did I not? Oh, there we go. Geez, that was slow. Exception caught by image resource service. 403. Okay. Bummer. Oh yeah, look at that. So it's trying to get projects that I don't have a stored image for. That's what's going on. But this is all because it's mock data. Still, if you're showing it to an investor, you want it to actually work. Popular projects, almost funded. So that works nicely. But sooner or later, you get to a project where I haven't got an image for it. So I can either add the images. Yeah, this is not good. Rather than have a fail, we should just display a placeholder or something. So you can remove all of the saved projects and then re-add them. You've just got to put up with the fact that you'll get errors because... All right, so if we change all of these to... Hey, how you doing? Hey, check it out. Unfortunately, I already shouted them out less than an hour ago, so that's going to fail. And in fact, interesting, the entire thing crashed in the background because I got a 400 back from the API. Damn, have to fix that. Bugger. Oh well, it does work. Get projects, so that's not currently being used. Crash all the things. Make it break. Make it break. Okay, so that should, yeah, make everything load from the same list. And it'll just show things that haven't been saved. Oh, except we don't want get saved to do that. That would be stupid. Where's get saved? There we go. Saved. Okay. So if we unsave that one, the list goes away, which is correct. And then we've got just unsaved projects and all the other ones. And we can come up with better queries to define them. But in the meantime, when we add one, it appears in the saved list. So we can say that this criteria, definition of done, save project heart icon works. That is correct. Okay, cool. Doer is linked, including avatar. Haven't done that yet. 3-dot menu is mocked except save project. See scope. What have I said about that? This is just a prototype and therefore does not include being able to view the latest updates and click through to view all updates. It does include mocking up those elements. Right. The round indicator is also out of scope, so we're not doing that. On the 3-dot menu, all items are mocked up except save project. Oh, this is an individual project. Huh. That's not what I'm looking at right now. So if I click through to one, oh, that's right, it crashes. But apart from that, does save project work? No, it won't. So, all right. So I've been looking at the wrong thing, but that's okay because now we have the facility to save a project, which is good. It's good. It's good. All right. Of course, that that command is spammable, which isn't good. Interesting. Why didn't it repeat the second time? Oh, it crashed. Why? The broadcaster may not give themselves a shout out. It's hilarious. I don't think I did. That's weird. Oh, I know what's going on there. I filter myself out of the list prior to displaying it. I am live, yeah. That's the robot rebooting. I filter myself out of the list prior to displaying it, but actually I might fix that now while I think of it. How many windows can we have open at once here? We'll just shell into the other machine. And we'll find, I think it's in incoming. And team blah, blah, blah. Here we go. Yeah, live teamies is that. And then we filter out Basie. But I'm pretty sure the RNG is selecting, yeah, the RNG is selecting from live teamies. That's the problem. Filtered teamies. There we go. So I attempted to to shut up myself inadvertently. Oops. Oh well. All right, cool. So we can reboot that. It'd be nice if when it panics, I catch it and send a message to the chat just to say that it's died. I have to work on that. At the moment, it just unceremoniously kicks the bucket. Too many requests. The broadcaster may not give another shout out to the specified streamer until the cooldown period expires. Yep, that's what I would expect. Cool. Yeah, so I need to catch 400s on that request because there's a couple things that can go wrong. But that's okay. All in good time. Okay, let's get out of there and back to what we were doing. So if I look at project details and the menu, which includes save, no. What is it? Some kind of menu? Common, more menu. Yes, that looks correct. Save project. Yeah, menu item button. This looks mocked up right now. And then I've got this stuff down here, which has been commented out presumably for a reason. Don't quite know why. But, oh, we're using a controller? Okay. Now I have to remember how those work. So icon button, menu anchor. Okay. How does that work? We've got controller is open, controller close, else controller open. Oh, we're puppy camming. I didn't even realize. They're all asleep. They're pretty boring. Also, the camera's really wonky. You can see a big chunk of my leg. I need a better camera system. Draping it over the mic boom is just not working. Ah, there I am. Okay. So, if I was on Waterstone's channel, I'd be paying serious money for that. You thought I was a dog? Well, I mean, to be fair. They're probably the better off parties in the house. All they do is sleep and eat. And destroy things. That too. Okay, so we need to be able to menu item button, menu children. Void function on pressed. That certainly seems like the kind of thing that we would want to do. Final void callback on button pressed. Right, but we actually want an action, a callback for every single one of those options, right? So what have we got? We've got make a donation, save project, post a circle, share, and report. All right, so I'm assuming we're going to need one for each of those, or at least the project ID to be passed in. That would make more sense, wouldn't it? Rather than have callbacks being passed in. Yeah, okay. So required this. Is it going to be project ID, or because you could have a 3-dot menu on more than one thing? What's on the Figma for that? Because if it's going to be on like a post as well, then it needs to be relatively flexible. Figma map. I wonder if Figma has a dark mode. Three-dot menus. Okay, it can be on a project page like that. Can it be on a post? It can be on, well, that's probably going to be a completely different one though, right? Post actions, edit, delete, yeah. So maybe these should be specific to like project, more menu, and yeah. So we will refactor it, but in the meantime, note this should become project, more menu, distinct from post, more menu, for example. Okay, so now this project ID. Project ID isn't a field in the enclosing class. And that is because I haven't made it one yet. Actually, it's probably a string. Yes, you're right. What language am I in again? I seriously can't remember. Flutter, right? We use ints for this kind of thing. Actually, it'll be a string. The context switching is real, man. Okay. I guess we can just do this inline for now until we figure everything out. So 36, save project. And we're going to need to go, what's our field? On pressed. We might need a touch of documentation. We're talking about a menu item button. Whoop, that's completely irrelevant. Menu item button on pressed. Surely there must be a dark mode. Yes, there we go. We just need a new language, one to rule them all. That will for sure solve the context switching problem. I'm quite certain you've already seen this. A true classic. Okay. A button for use in a menu bar. Yes. I never know whether people have caught up with the truly important XKCDs or not. Do we have an example here? What gets passed to an on-pressed? For example. Yeah, it's just avoid callback. All right. Wait, does that even, is that even a thing in this language? God damn it, I'm even forgetting my syntax. It's not complaining at me, so you never know, that might be right. So how are we doing saved in the other component? What's this? Project details view. Where is projects view? Actually, it's in project card, right? That saved button. Find my way around my own code base. Yeah, here we go. So ref read project repository provider notifier. Hey, tomatoes cannot be trusted. How you doing? Hey, Flavius kid. And how are you doing? I'm doing okay. We're doing some of the old volunteer project again. No game dev for us tonight. We got to do real world things that work on people's phones. Thank you very much for the 30 bits and the tomato. Oh man, you still crash chat though. You're at work, can't wait to get home, I bet. I thought I'd fix the gigantified emote problem, but I didn't. I got my my PR merged, so the guy that, or the people that maintain the library for Twitch API accepted my change to make gigantified emotes work, but apparently they still don't. So that's good to know. Let's see if I can get a better error message. Hang on. Could not deserialize unknown variant power-ups gigantified emote. I think it's just that it hasn't got the most recent version of the library, because I'm sure that I fixed that. Pull requests. Closed. Yeah, me. That's me. Looks good to me. Got merged. Files changed. Power ups gigantified emote. Gigantified. I didn't misspell it. Yep. Emote. It's been added to the merge queue. That doesn't necessarily mean it made it to main. Merge pull request 2 days ago. Interesting. Maybe I have to like really hard reset the library so that it pulls the new commit. I don't know. I'll fix it later. Annoying though. I do need way better error management. Having the entire thing die every time something goes wrong that's not the kind of practice we want to demonstrate here. But yeah, you know, we're living on the edge. We're rolling with the punches and living on the edge at the same time. Okay. So to use a project repository, we need to change the type of emote we're in to be a hook consumer widget, like on line 42 or line 10. Hey, Feliner, how you doing? That is the first time you've ever said a word in this chat because it's got a big border around it. Welcome in, man. Oh, no, I still crashed because I've still already shouted out Cineco Games. Oh. All right. So yeah, we probably need to change the type of widget to a hook consumer widget, which is kind of a bummer, but also makes a lot of sense. So hook consumer widget. And that means that this needs another thing, and I can't remember what it's called. It's called widget ref. What am I working on? This is Bucket, which is a non-profit project run by a New Zealand charity called the Fairground Foundation. Bucket.community. And if you didn't know community was a top-level domain, then you're not alone. Neither did I. It's basically crowdfunding for local environment groups. And I volunteer some time every week for them. And right now we're working on the project details view and trying to get this little menu to actually menu instead of just pretend to menu. Widget ref, widget ref ref, widget ref ref, widget ref ref, widget ref ref. Okay. So now we need to have the projects is RefWatch project repository provider. Although, do we actually need it to update? Starting soon. Menu. The menu that menus when a menu should menu. It needs to exhibit menu-like behavior at the very least. At the very least. So that needs to go there. Actually, I'm not sure if it does. You love when things exhibit menu-like behavior? Then you're in the right place. Well, no, you're not, because at the moment it's only exhibiting what I would call menu-adjacent behavior. It needs to go ref. Hang on. I don't think it actually needs... Yeah, it needs this thing. It aspires of acquiring menu-like behaviors at some point in the not too distant future. It feels like if it really studies hard and buckles down, it could achieve a pop-up menu maybe, or a drop-down. Yeah, project repository provider notifier. Okay, and that is imported. Hell yeah. I know. It has aspirations and not delusions, hopefully. I think we need this one. Right. And that is because we are passing in just the ID. And you expected to find that. Why did you expect to find that? What? No. Expected to find what have I done with my copy paste nonsense? Is it possible that in Dart we don't do this? It is possible. Hey. Seriously, the language context switching is real. The question remains as to whether you should potentially unsave if it's already saved, or maybe even just grey it out. I wonder if you can grey a menu item out like that. Okay, on button pressed. No name to parameter with a name on button pressed. You are correct, sir. And that is because in project details view, on button, no? More menu. Project Hero Dart. Project Hero. Yes, here we are. Project ID. And it's going to be, do we have the project somewhere? Has someone passed us the project? They have not. Why? Why? Oh, this is totally faked. That's why. Okay. Let's try actually passing the project in. So let's look at our project details view. You gotta love it when most of the stuff you're doing has been mocked up ahead of time. And we will find hero. There it is there. It has passed nothing. But we do have a project, right? So we can just pass in the project, I presume. Where is the project? Oh, this is all fake. Oh boy. Okay. Eventually just get posts by doer ID. All right. It's all fake. Nothing is real. So we need the project to be passed in or loaded in. We've got post repository provider and project repository provider. And we're linking, so that must mean that every time we close this, no matter what project we push on, we still get the same one. All right. So that's pretty fake. All right. Cool. Do I need it to make it work? I kind of do. I kind of need to unmock this. This requires a slope of t. I kind of do. I kind of need it to be unmocked. So that means that this entire thing, you want some T2? Excellent choice. I endorse it. I'm just drinking plain old gumboot tea. But it is Dilmah, so do try it. All right, so how do we invoke this view? How do we get to project details view? We get there by pushing on a project card. So let's look at project card. And when we tap on it, navigator of context, push name to project details view route name. But we also need to tell it which project. And I don't know that that's something that I've actually experimented with in Flutter before. So if I'm navigating to a view, excuse me, can I provide an argument? So say the project ID. Oh, I can. I can provide an object full of arguments. Well, that's convenient. So push named return value, push named blah, blah, blah. Typical usage, push named. Ah, I see. Okay. So I could actually put it as part of the route name, the project ID. But the thing is, I encode my route names as part of the I encode route names as part of the component, like this one, project details, as a static const. So presumably I'd have to pass in the arguments. You know what? This is a very good task for the big green robot. Hi, big green robot. In Flutter, when I use, is it called push named? Navigator of context push named. How can I provide additional data to the receiving route? The arguments parameter, just as we just read. Project details args. Okay. Project details args is just a class with a couple of final fields on it. All right. Well, that doesn't sound too unreasonable. Modal root of context settings arguments. All right. Let's try that. So this is sounding very, very React-esque from vague memories of having to write React with this kind of stuff on it. Okay, so we go back to project project details. And we create class project details arguments. And we go final string project, whoops, that would not be correct, project ID. And we give it a constructor of some variety. What? No. Undo whatever you just... No. Urgh. Details, arguments, project ID. It is initialized, isn't it? Oh, right. Ah, you gotta love it. Okay, so that is a thing that happens. And then in the navigating code, which is in project card, we pass a new one of those, presumably. Fanny, how you doing? Wait, not Fanny. Panda. Did you have a good day? Des you? Okay, so push named and then arguments is one of those. All right, so if we go Is it just args? Arguments. Arguments. I did. Only started this afternoon, so it's still got lots to go. Huh? You mean you slept until the afternoon? Or what's I don't understand. Project details, arguments. Oh, you did? Nice. You must have streamed late. And it's positional. Whereas this one is not positional. Interesting. Oh, yeah, positional, as opposed to named. Duh. So what is the project ID? I need to obtain this project. So project ID. Nah, cut it short. Partner came home early from work because he was unwell. But we're on night shifts, so we usually go to bed like 3 to 5 a.m. Whoa. Damn, I didn't even know that. That's harsh. I couldn't do it. I just can't sleep in the day. I've tried for many years. It's half the reason I'm no longer working in hospitals. I wonder if we're past the hour mark and I can use my command again without chat crashing. Let's see if it works. Nope, chat crashed. I shouted him out, and now every time I try and do it again, Twitch goes, no, you can't. And I need to add error handling. Okay, so that's a thing. So now every time we navigate to a route, it should say what project, it should provide whatever project. Okay, so now we need to consume that value. It's because there's an hour cooldown. Yeah, I'm painfully discovering that. But because I was slack and didn't add error handling, whenever I get an error from Twitch, it just crashes the entire chat. All your life, you've been a bit of a night owl. Getting up for school was always a nightmare. Yeah, I like mornings. I really dig mornings. Do some of my best work in the early mornings, but it's tricky because you have to do it without waking the dogs. Otherwise, they just want to get up and be fed. Yeah, don't always like waking up for them. Makes sense. Makes sense. Okay, so we're in project details view, and we now get past a project ID, but we need to get it from somewhere, and that's where this last part of it comes from. We get the arguments in the build as opposed to getting the arguments in the constructor. Modal route of context settings arguments as project details arguments. Type could be non-nullable. Try changing the name to the name of an existing class. Oh yeah. Actually, there should be type inference on that, so we shouldn't have to care. The value isn't used. Yeah, I know, but it's gonna be. It's gonna be. Just stop panicking, man. Just don't panic. No panicking from the LLM. I mean, the LSP. It is not required. Puppy check. Puppy check. Oh, puppy cam way off. Puppy cam badly needs an upgrade. Oh, that's not cool. Okay, they're both there. They're both relatively healthy. That's enough. Okay. Now. Everybody remain calm. The puppy cam is shaking. Okay. Panic. No panic. Okay, args. So now we have args. So now we can go args. Can we go args project ID now? I do believe we can. which means that we can pass it to where's our hero? Here it is. Project ID args project. Oh, it's all coming together. Invalid constant value. Yeah, because it's not constant anymore. It's got a variable in it. And then we need to tell it to accept that. This project ID. And final string project ID. Can't have a value of null, but the implicit default value is null. What am I supposed to do again? Stupid Dart. Stupid Dart. Why is the implicit default value null? I have forgotten. Because this language is dumb. Well, it's not dumb. Oh, required. Required. It has to be required. It's got to be required. It's a requirement that it's required. Required this project ID. Hey. All right. Project ID. Project ID. Ooh, no red messages. Could it be we've finally gotten there? Okay, now we get to require this project ID, and we can now ref read project repository provider save project. Oh my god, that felt like a long journey. All right, let's test it. First of all, we click on a project. We get completely the wrong project, but I don't care about that right now. What I care about is that I should be able to save the project. It shows nothing, but that doesn't mean anything. Let's go back and reload it. No, it's definitely still not saved. Oh boy. Okay. Oh, did I reload? I didn't reload. Let's try again. Save project. Oh, something happened. No, definitely not saved. Okay. Save project. Close. Definitely not saved. Ding. Oh, but now it is. Oh, that's so weird. So it took a while for it to update, but now they're both saved. Okay, so I need to refresh that somehow. Harmonics make me happy. Yeah, so it doesn't think that that list is being refreshed. That's what's going on there. I need actually to do optimistic updates probably. But if I reload it, like properly restart it, it'll be saved. Yep. Interesting. So how do I force that to you invalidate it, right? Is it called invalidate? Or refresh? There's a way to force it to reload. I can't remember what it is. I thought I was doing it on the save. Actually, I think it's probably in the project card code. Yeah, ref invalidate. There we go. Restart that. Go to a random project, say Blowhard Bush Reserve. Save project. Close the menu. And Blowhard Bush Reserve is saved. All right, success. Cool. And we can unsave the usual way as well. I'm pretty happy with that. That's a good little piece of work. We could commit that. Awesome. All right, cool. Dancing the dance. We're dancing the dance. So I already kind of ticked it off, to be honest, because I thought I was working on a different component. So that one works. Good. 3-dot menu is marked except save project, so yes. Deep linking to a project loads in the app. That's kind of a stretch for this scope, to be honest with you. Doer is linked including avatar. So I don't know how practical that is because we don't have a doer screen yet. What does it do currently? The doer is the people that actually do the project, basically. So this bit here, which is definitely not linked. I'm going to say that that's not in scope right now. Deep linking, that's not in scope. That would be like if you got sent a link somewhere that if a user does not have the app, deep linking redirects to App Store. What the hell? This is like really complicated stuff. Following app install and onboarding, deep link. Yeah, no. Okay, it's just a prototype story. So I think we're pretty much done there. And it looks basically the same. Do a quick looks check. This width is incorrect, but we can fix that later. We'll fix it in post, as Panda would say. Okay, cool. So let's see. Yeah, I think we're good to call that done. So we are going to move that. Oh, wait. So the post read only is done, right? Project images with post is done. Project header is done. Save project button is done. Allow project saving is done. 3-dot menu, yep. Add doer to relationships returned is done. It's done. That epic is done, man. Done. Sweet. Let's commit it. It's going to be some ads floating through in a sec. This is save project menu item works. Close as. I mean, it's already closed, basically. Yeah. And we push. All right, sweet. Now, what is next, pray tell? So we've got, we go back, we reload. UI testing first pass was still kind of ongoing. Refactor textiles ongoing. Well, I kind of did that, to be honest. Yeah, we're going to call that done for now. I can go back and do it again if I need to. my bucket. When I need to know the state of my bucket, I want to view a summary screen so I can check my balance and transaction history. Consider the collapsible bucket balance and feed? What? Does not include subsequent pages in the My Bucket flow. Well, this doesn't seem like too bad a screen. A few little art elements to grab. A few buckets, a few buttons. This one is mostly built already. Is the ad pop-up working? Yes, it is. Yeah, we can probably come up with something there. So that you should navigate there from there, My Bucket. So basically any tap in this region, I would think. Should go to here. And potentially, don't know why I thought that would work, potentially to the top, straight to the top up screen if you hit that button, but we'll get there. So it doesn't look like I've created a whole bunch of tickets for this one. Consider the collapsible bucket balance and feed. Oh, right. So instead of having this one, we have the little one. I quite like the big one anyway. I think we'll just keep that. It's got team decision on it. I can throw that over to the team to see what they feel like. But that is a task for another time. So let's throw a couple of issues into the mix based on the thing. So I don't think we even have a screen for it yet. It does nothing. Taps on it do nothing. So let's go with my bucket view exists. Oh, let's just say view exists. Oh no, my bucket. There's a hole in my bucket exists, and tapping on bucket button well fix it, dear Maisie. On bucket button navigates there, and then we got what else is in this view? We've got the bucket balance widget, mostly copied from bucket widget on feed. Let's use our punctuation, folks. Convert these to issues. Then we've got, what else do we need to do? This is like doing a game design document, except for not. Fake monthly auto topic button. Fake monthly auto top up button. And transaction history, fake transaction history button. And I'm starting to wonder whether I completed all the issues from the other epic. I have to look at that. Back button returns user to previous screen. Yeah. And export resources from Figma. Fair enough. Do I need to do any tagging and all of that? Probably not, to be honest. What kind of things do we use? Forgotten. It's been so long. Navigation. Prototype, blah, 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 blah. Nah, that'll do. Okay. So I should just check that previous epic in the UI project, in the UI repo. Issues. Closed. Things that are labeled as epics. Deep linking, report form, project. Where's project details gone? Can't even find it. The thing I just closed. There we go. I am reasonably sure that this... Are these all done? I don't know how to read. No, they're not. But they don't have to be because the epic is. Is that the way it works? I feel like this is a waste of time. Messing around with project management stops you from writing the code. What does this icon actually mean? Is it open or closed? It is opened. Close is completed. Okay, so all of these were just not completed yet. All right, so what we're actually looking for is purple ticks, basically. Okay, I see now. Associate project images with projects. We already did that. Project header we did. So I should have been closing these as I went. That's the problem. Having gone to the trouble of organizing it all. It's all good. Project saving API, blah, blah, blah. 3-dot menu. Dunsky. All right. So that's what it was supposed to look like. Nice. Be able to report a good little bit of work done. Now we get back to the project. And okay, we're back to my bucket. My bucket. All right, so let's go with my bucket view exists. Nice, easy start. And it is in project, that one. And it has status in projects. All right. Now we get to do the code stuff. Now, what is a similar view that we can copy and steal from? Copy and steal, that's my motto. Null check used on a blah blah. There's an error we'll have to fix. Profile. Settings. No, I can't really use that. Circles. Projects. Project view. No. Don't tell me we're creating something from scratch. I won't believe it. I think the closest we've got is... Oh, what about my details? Yeah, it's close. Ooh, that save is wrong. I must have mucked it up when I changed the styles. But interestingly, that arrow... Let me look at this again. Oh yeah, it is the green arrow. All right. So it's the green arrow, but it's not... the title doesn't go across there. It's like big titles. Okay. So I'll probably have to export that as an image unless I just want to do it as text. Does my font sampler have something that big? Ah, this one. Veneer clean round. Yeah, I suppose we can use that. Okay. Font sampler is actually probably the closest, to be honest. Let's use that as a base. So, yeah. We need lib source profile font sampler, right. It's going to be in lib source, not profile, but, well, my bucket. Would that belong in your profile? Walk through my details bucket balance. In the app, does that go to my bucket? Is that what happens? Get started, sign in, sign in, sign in. Profile, details, bucket balance. Yeah, it goes to my bucket. All right. So, cool. Actually, the settings page itself would be quite a good little model. So it is part of your profile, I guess. Yeah, we'll put it under profile. My bucket view dot and my bucket view. It's going to be a hook consumer widget. My bucket view. Route name. My bucket. Widget ref. Scaffold. Epa no. Single child scroll view. You are correct. All right. And then we have we do have a header, but we really just want the button. Is it possible to have a header with empty text? That's a super fake way of doing it. Get rid of all this rubbish. Column. Yeah. All right, and in order to navigate there, we need to have an on press for the in the feed. So with the bucket thing, whatever it's called, we need to go from here, my bucket balance. Oh, there we go, bucket balance. All right, do we have an on pressed? We do not. Where would it be? Initially, it could just be from top up. So top up button. I wonder if that's true in the model. If I click on this, it goes to my bucket. If I click on top up, it goes to my bucket. All right, so there's basically no difference. All right, just anywhere in that region. All right, so if I want an entire region or an entire widget to be one giant button, how do I do that? Not in project details view, I'll tell you that. Project repository, no. Project hero, no. Get rid of all this, go away. Font sampler, oh, that's not, oh, damn it. I edited the wrong file again. I am always doing this. Lib source profile my bucket view. And then get reset font sampler. All right. So now we go back to feed. And we find a way to make this entire region be one giant button. Maybe from outside the feed, like, well, in the feed, but surrounding the bucket balance thing. So how do I do that? It's like, there's a way to make it tap active. I forget what it's called. Use Super Google. Flutter surround an entire widget with tap sensitive widget, i.e. on pressed. Pretty disorganized question. Gesture detector, inkwell. Yeah, I don't want an inkwell because that makes it like, it gives it an animation which I don't really want, I don't think. Yeah, I don't want the ripple. Do I want the ripple? Maybe I should try it. Just see what it's like. Child inkwell on tap, child container. Okay. So hopefully it won't muck up the formatting because it was quite hard to get those downward shaped curves. Okay, so inkwell. hate that it does that. Ink well child and on tap, right? We have the best beers on tap. So we want to navigate to of context, push named, and it's going to be, what is it going to be? It's going to be my bucket view route name. And yes, that is an invalid const value. You are correct. That, however, can be const. This probably can't be const, but we'll start that way. Okay. So in theory, that should take us to our new view. Our new view. Reload, please. Tap. That did not go where I was hoping it would. Oh, I know why too. We need to add it. It doesn't know about the route yet, so can't remember where that is. There's like a main thing. Not main view? No. Application or app? Oh, I've forgotten where it is. Main Dart. It's like Flutter application. It's got all the routes in it. Oh, hey. I need a better sound for that one. Might be bucket app dart. Ahoy. Oh yeah, there it is. Okay. Bucket app, very original name. Okay, so we need require authentication, blah, blah, blah. Yes. So my bucket view route name const require authentication child my project view. Is that correct? Oh, whoops. Route name. Route name. Why is it an invalid const value? What are you telling me? What's going on? Const require authentication. Child. Oh, not my project view. My bucket view. Okay, that's better. So now that it knows about the route, with any luck, yay, we get to our empty page, soon to be filled with lots of things. Does that look like it's really close to the top? Thought we'd fixed most of these margins. But it does look quite close to the top. Whoa. How does it compare to the others? Oh, the back button works. That's nice. What other ones have we got? That looks like it's got better spacing. Font sampler looks like it's too high. This is better spaced. So let's look at the settings for settings. You got to worry about the pixels. You got to worry about the individual pixels. You got to worry about the pixels. Edge insets all 16. I worry about the pixels. Edge insets symmetric horizontal. That's the problem. Home, reload. Now we're talking. Beautiful. All right. We just finished an issue. I like to do these things in stages. All right. Yes, yes, and yes. Add my bucket view. Closes. What? Is that a raid? It's a raid. What are the bet it'll actually crash the entire thing? In theory, you should be automatically being shouted out right now, but it's not happening. But thank you so much for the raid. That's really nice of you. How am I going to say that properly? Snenko. Snenko. Hey, it worked. Wait, did that happen because I did it, or did that happen because Fanny Slam snuck in and shouted out? Hey, how you doing? Oh, you did that one. Damn it. My automation is failing me. But everybody who isn't already should be following Snenko. All those teamies. All the teamies. It's going good. We're not doing game dev right now. On Mondays I do volunteer work for a charity on this environmental app, which is crowdfunding for environmental projects. So that's what we're working on right now. Oh, and that's a big red error, but don't look at that. Okay, so which issue does it close? It closes 263. 263. And we commit and we push. And that's another thing off the list. A glorious leader. We all salute. We all sip our tea. I'm liking this community. It's good. It's good. It's good. It's fun. I like having people to raid into, and well, not that I didn't already, but it was all a bit random. I was about to say that you were my fave Kiwi streamer, then I realized I don't know what that means or if it's an insult. Okay, there are two things you need to know about. First of all, ChatGPT, kiwi fruit versus kiwi bird. Okay. That is a kiwi. Sorry about the flashbang. A flightless bird native to New Zealand. It's our secret fail. We're all the same kiwi. That's true. We'll need to go to images for kiwi fruit. This is the kiwi you all know and love. Those are kiwi fruit. Those are kiwi fruit. Kiwi bird. These are kiwi birds. They're beautiful. This is someone's attempt to turn a kiwi bird into a kiwi fruit. That's just all kinds of wrong, and you shouldn't look at it. I feel you on the community. So lovely having folk work towards similar goals to support. It's very true, and we kind of had that before, but and there are other groups working towards similar goals, but I like communities. I like communities. I don't have major communities, so I enjoy having them in this little world. It's very cool. Very happy about it. You're lurking in the other room as you were doing a heckin' craft. Okay, I can't look at this cursed image any longer. A kiwi bird's illegal to own. What the fuck? Ah, people. People. All right, so does that one change to a done? It does. It's got a little purple tick. Happy about that. Kiwi means someone from New Zealand and Australia. Yeah, exactly. And since we have the time zones in the Discord, you know what time it is in New Zealand. There are a higher proportion of New Zealanders in this team than you might have expected at the beginning. It's just kind of turned out that way. Also, there's a lot of UK, New Zealand crossover. I think it's the time they start, we're just finishing up, and vice versa. But we all seem to know at least one or two UK streamers. Snake job. All right, next one. Next one. I can't stop just because I get distracted and I get... oh, ads coming. Okay. Bucket balance widget, mostly copied from bucket widget on feed. Yes. Oh, and also back button returns user to previous screen because that already works. Yeah, so bucket balance widget. Yes, in progress. Set project. In progress. All right, what's the time? It's only 13 past 9. We can keep going. We have the technology. Now, I'm doing my part. Thank you for sitting there and watching ads about the next, yeah, I don't know. Is it the next tech in? I've lost track. Now, I need the widget. Now the widget is on the previous one. Nope, not that one. Not that one either. Yeah, this thing, bucket balance dart. But it's very similar to the design, which is this one. My bucket balance. I wonder if I could extract just that part of it because it's so similar. My bucket balance. And I could have like an outer shell that does that display. Because this whole inverted bottom border, if I could extract that out, but I would have to change all the colors. It might be faster just to do it. And back. 9:15 p.m. for us. It is, because I am an old person, it is approaching the time at which I will need to sleep in order to get up and do all of the work in the morning at day job. Insert day job here. But I can continue for a while. Now, wait. Puppy check. Yep, still 2. Hey puppies, are you awake? They're not awake. Yep, very sleepy. Ted in particular is completely useless after about 8, 7, 8, 9 hours before you, or in theory 9 hours after you, depending. Usually we're the very last time zone. Or ahead, behind, ahead, in the future. Australia being multi-time zones around New Zealand and Japan is a mess, yeah. I have a little thing on my bottom bar that shows me the ones I need to deal with at work, so. Okay, so how could we extract... No, I think it's better that we just copy and recreate a lot of this stuff. So everything probably from here. Right, so we got my bucket balance. Everything down to the end of this padding. Was it this padding? And we'll create a new widget, and it shall be lib source profile bucket balance dot. And there will be such a mess, and we will turn off all of the mess because we do not like the mess. It irritates us. And then we'll go. It's going to be a hook. Oh, it's already bucket balance, damn. So we can't, yes we can. We can have two widgets named the same thing. Okay, maybe we can't. That's a bad idea. Let's move it to the same directory, but can't even, yeah, we can call it my bucket balance. It's a pretty fine distinction, but it'll do. My bucket balance. And we go down and we go, we try to end. We don't know what one that matches. That's build. Oh, there are so many errors. Too many errors. Okay, that should help. We don't need that. Yeah, I used to say when I was working for companies in the US that it was like 5 hours ahead and a day behind, depending on if you were working for the West Coast or Mountain Time or whatever. It's the only way I could keep track. What's the problem here? The body might complete normally equals null to be returned, but the return type widget, blah, blah, blah. Okay. Yes, you are correct. So we want current user return, yeah. And we match this one, and it gets us to there. That is that. And we should now be able to reformat. And we're relatively happy again. Okay. Now, what exactly would that look like if we just imported it right now? Const header, blah, blah. And then we go, this is in a column, so that should work. We go my bucket balance. And we reload. And we click through. And we get complete nonsense because all the text's in white. That's fine. That is absolutely fine. So we'll change some colors. And then we'll start to fiddle with layout. Am I in the right thing? Yes, I am. Style, theme off, context, text theme, label large, copy with, color, theme off, context, color scheme on primary. That's going to be wrong. Let's try it on secondary. That's a gray. I don't know if it's the gray. No, we want a darker one there. I don't recall what that is. Theme. Bucket dark gray is on secondary. What about on surface? Bucket deep gray, whatever that is. The difference between bucket dark and bucket deep. Surface. You can tell I'm not a UI guy. No, that's actually worse. Maybe without the opacity? Oh, that is better. Is it too dark now? No, I think that's pretty good. We'll check it with the gray background and see what it looks like. We'll see how it goes. Font size, right. So what about this one? That is the primary color. And in fact, the top up button is probably wrong too. All right, so where's our text? Total large, copy with color, theme of, on primary, whereas actually we want primary. Hey, we got some numbers. Excellent. And then we've got New Zealand dollars. It should be primary. There we go. And what else needs to appear? That's it, apart from the top up button having the wrong colors. So top up button, it'd be nice if it could accept inverted colors or something like that. Yeah, so if I change it here, obviously it'll break the other one, but background color primary, background. So change those around, and that gets us where we need to be. So let's go. Let's go with, do I want to just say like invert? Inverted, actually more like this, inverted equals false. That is not correct. Oh, yes it is. So final bool inverted. And then just have a hideous ternary. Actually, I don't know if Dart, does Dart even do ternaries? Isn't this one of the things that they didn't implement? Let's try. Inverted. Terribly wordy, that's for sure. Either the LSP is still catching up, or that's okay. Context, color scheme, background. Yeah, something like that. Let's find out. Okay, so inverted is false. So now we just need to pass in inverted is true for the other use of it. So we look for top up button. And that's in my bucket balance. But in feed bucket balance, we want inverted true. So now I should be able to go back. And this, nope, that's wrong. Hey, there we go. Just needed a reload. So that's inverted correctly, and then this one isn't. Okay, great. All right. Now, I can close that, and that's top up button sorted. All right, so now I need it to be surrounded with a little bit of, what does that actually navigate to? Okay, to yet another view. All right. So I think I can just, this is the, I'm hoping this is the only other place I'll need to use this widget. So I can just surround it with a background of that light gray. Excuse me. We need to slot a title in here somewhere too. So, how do I do the border thingy? I can't remember. Bugger. It's something like border background box styling thing. Nope, we're going to ask. Haven't got time to muck around with this shit. Big green robot. Please tell me how to surround a widget with a background rectangle with rounded corners in Flutter. Container box decoration, that's the one. Super Google. Rounded background widget, blah, blah, blah. Decoration, box decoration. Yeah, okay. So we're in a container, or really anything with size. Probably not row. Row? Can I do it to row? Does row take a box decoration? Why no? No, it does not. All right. In that case, do we even need a row? We should be in a column, shouldn't we? We are in a column. Oh, I see. That's all right. So the whole thing. Column children. This in itself. This is the whole widget. So actually, we want to. Yeah, container then column. Or even on the padding. Container. Child. Padding. A container's not a children widget, I don't think. So this needs an additional comma bracket. And box decoration. Box constraints, decoration. Are you correct, ChatGPT, or are you feeding me a line of shit? A decoration is box decoration. I gotcha. And the box decoration properties we want to look at are gradient shape, which defaults to rectangle, border radius, border radius circular, 12. Let's attempt that. Is that a, yes it is. And we also want a background color, which is going to be theme of context, color scheme, probably on secondary, or yeah. Let's have a look at what that does. Huh, a little bit too dark. Let's have a look at theme again. Bucket dark gray, yeah, no. Secondary. That's pretty close. Might be even lighter than that, to be honest with you. It's a very faint green, faint grey, with opacity 0.7 maybe. Well, maybe not that light. I could probably get it from the design. In fact, I'm sure I can get it from the design. Where's my bucket? And it reloads because I logged in. It is very small text. It is F8, F8, F8. But I don't know that that's the gray. Oh, yeah, it is. That's the gray. F8, F8, F8. Doesn't say anything about opacity. So if we look at the theme, we get none of those. Huh. All right, well, we'll go with that as a starting point, and people can tell me if it's too light or too dark. I'm actually thinking I'd rather err on the side of too light. Let's go with 3. Okay. Now, not that I know anything about design of any kind. All right, so that kind of does it. I feel like the margins at the bottom are probably not great. If you look at that, they look too big at the bottom to me. So we've got edge insets all 16. And then we have edge insets only bottom 16. And I think that's wrong. I think that's based on what it would need in the main screen. So let's take that out and we'll go and match that and remove that. A little bit of formatting. Yeah, now we're talking. All right, that's much more sensible. So that gives us our widget. And is that all we needed to do for that ticket? Bucket balance widget mocked up. Yep. Cool. So that closes ticket 264. And in fact, oh, we already did 263. All right. Add balance widget. Closes 264. All right. Oh, wait, I think I missed a file there. Yes, I did. My bucket balance. Well, that seems like pretty good day's work. I do believe. We've only been going for a couple of hours, but it is getting awfully close to bedtime. So I think, having done that, seems to be working pretty well. Interesting. Top up doesn't do the same thing as the rest of the widget. Had to fix that at some point. Because it should do. It's really just a fake button. That's okay. We'll figure that out. All right. I don't suppose that my little team thing is going to tell me that anybody else is on. No members are currently live, well, apart from this channel. Bugger. Who else is on that we could raid into? I bet Beegs is floating around somewhere. Yep, as usual. As per usual. It's a Beegs. I think we're almost compelled at this point. I don't see anybody else obvious that I realise.
I'm not using the sinuses curve. The dog looks at me like it was my fault.
Well,
yeah, this one does it every now and again.
Out.
What makes me laugh is when he's confused by it. Like he'll fart and then he'll go and look at his own ass. It's like, yes, that was you.
It knits the ravelled sleeve of tender care or whatever the hell.
Cassie Codes, welcome in. How you doing?
Guys, but we are going to go and say hi to Beegs and see what on earth. I think he's doing game jam stuff at the moment.
Although you wouldn't
see what on earth is going on there.
By watching her stream.
But appreciate you.
She's got a really good stream demeanor.
Hope everybody has a good evening, slash morning, slash day, slash time zone.
But yeah, you should check her out if you've never checked her out.
Catch ya.
Very, very new. Yeah, I think I think she's only been streaming like I think you said 3 times or something.